This May, Allan Lichtman, professor of history at American University, says he can predict the outcome of any U.S. presidential election. He often does it months or even years ahead of time, but doesn't use polling, demographics or sophisticated analysis of swing states. He makes his predictions based on 13 true-false statements that he says indicate whether the incumbent party will retain the White House or lose it in a given election. If more than half of the keys are true, the incumbent party will stay in power, and if more than half are false, the challenging party will win the White House. Explained in depth in Lichtman's book Predicting the Next President, the keys to the White House 2016 are: 1. Party mandate. After the midterm elections, the incumbent party holds more seats in the U.S. House of Representatives than after the previous midterm elections. 2. Contest. There is no serious contest for the incumbent party nomination. 3. Incumbency. The incumbent party candidate is the sitting president. 4. Third party. There is no significant third party or independent campaign. 5. Short-term economy. The economy is not in recession during the election campaign. 6. Long-term economy. Real per capita economic growth during the term equals or exceeds mean growth during the previous 2 terms. 7. Policy change. The incumbent administration effects major changes in national policy. 8. Social unrest. There is no sustained social unrest during the term. 9. Scandal. The incumbent administration is untainted by major scandal. 10. Foreign, military failure. The incumbent administration suffers no major failure in foreign nor military affairs. 11. Foreign, military success. The incumbent administration achieves a major success in foreign nor military affairs. 12. Incumbent charisma. The incumbent party candidate is charismatic or a national hero. 13. Challenge charisma. The challenging party candidate is not charismatic or a national hero. These are simply true or false statements that can be answered prior to an upcoming election. They test the political environment, and they're primarily based upon the performance and the strength of the party holding the White House. So how does all of this apply to Donald Trump and the wholly unusual 2016 election? Lichtman is still trying to determine his prediction. As American voters are ultimately pragmatic, the performance of the party holding the White House determines the result. Lichtman added, if the party holding the White House did a good job, they'd give them 4 more years. If not, they'd toss them out. And we came up with a decision rule, a very simple one: if 6 or more of the 13 keys went against the party in power, that is, the answers to the questions were false, the party in power lost. If fewer than 6 keys were false, the party in power won. And that held, retrospectively, for every election over 120 years. Now, I've heard people say to me, you're weighting these equally? How can you weight equally the economy during the Great Depression, which only counts for 2 keys? And this is the secret to the system. It's called trigger effects. Without having to weight any of the keys, if 1 or 2 keys are important enough, they'll trigger other keys. So the collapse of the economy triggered losses for Herbert Hoover's Republican Party in the midterm election of 1930. It triggered social unrest. It triggered a charismatic Democratic candidate who we all know, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, to run in 1932, when he had never been planning to. So 3 more keys are triggered, so we don't have to weight the keys and make mistakes.